For cheap and reliable coins, head over to utnice.com and go to the checkout. Once you've picked the coins you wanted, use JT11 as the code and get yourself an extra 6% off on your orders. What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Inzaghi's base card, and it is the first icon of the year. And I'm interested because it seems that pace not necessarily isn't a thing. I'm never saying that, because we know once we get them 99 paces, they're going to be just insane anyway. But definitely at the start, pace doesn't seem to be massive in terms of advantage that you get. Normally every year, it's down the wing, pass it in, score. You can still do that, but I think it is more set up with kind of possession play, bringing the ball forward, getting your options, getting the runs right, and finding the opportunity that way. So I'm interested to see if that affects any of the icons, because even some of the necessarily worse ones from last year, Xavi, obviously like Gerrard, Lampard, they were always passing orientated. Their pace was never amazing, and they really struggled with that sort of element because they just are not quick enough. This year could be different, so I'm interested to see, can the icons have that effect. The first icon we're going to get is Inzaghi, and we are just going to keep going up and up and up, as it's one thing that I think I do personally neglect a little bit as we go through the game, and we kind of pick it up in primes, but I want to see what the bases are like. He's coming in at 120k at the moment, probably can sell him for about 124, and I don't know if they're going to go up or down. It is dependent, obviously, on if we get any icon objectives, if we need any icon SBCs, or an icon for an SBC, but obviously we're going to try and sell him straight away and pick up our next one. We've got team player on the trait. We then obviously have 74 pace as the base, which was never great, but we have got the hunter on, which gets it all the way up to 84, and then also gives him 92 shooting, as obviously gets up all of that, which is always fantastic, and it turns him into an 88 rated striker. Dribbling wise, again, it's pretty standard throughout. Obviously composure being 85 isn't awful at this point in the game. Great agility balance, moderate agility balance, I was expecting team at a season level, but 80 and 77 again isn't awful. Good reactions, heading is quite good, so I'm interested to see if that works. Being 5'11", probably can get some of the balls, but maybe not all of them. Stamina being 71 may be an issue, but we will double check that as we go forward. And he's got pretty good jumping, so let's jump into it and see what Inzaghi can do for us. To Inzaghi down the wing this time. Let's get a little 1-2 with a bit of Lucas Moura. Not going to be able to get it past the defender. We nearly get that counter-attack back on ball. Inzaghi. Oh, he misses just that perfect chance. It is on his left foot, but I thought he definitely needs to be burying that one. Strength element of him is very, very nice. We need to find that pass on the inside. Kane, again, is going to try and do something. Gets back to Inzaghi. The ball roll. Come on now. Inside. That's what we want to see. Not necessarily on his left foot, but it's a cracking little cut in. Takes the defender one way, thinking we're going on his left foot. Takes it on the inside and just right foots it straight across goal. A wonderful, wonderful finish there. Inzaghi with a lovely ball into Saint, who's going to have the pace to just absolutely tear past the defender. Big ball across, and it's not gone cross enough. Straight into the keeper's hands. A very, very easy save. Lovely from Inzaghi. Back into him again. Going to turn and fake again. And again, that's got to be a penalty. Why didn't he fall over? Inzaghi with a beautiful ball into Lucas Moura here. Got to be put in the buried, and absolutely fantastic. Inzaghi definitely being the better two out of the strikers of Kane and obviously himself. Feels better of just holding the ball up. It seems to be just naturally coming to him, which is always a fantastic little bit of play. And obviously shooting wise, I feel like both of them will be absolutely fantastic, but Inzaghi's just putting in that little bit more in terms of what I'm feeling. I'm not necessarily picking one of the other, like it is just natural where I'm playing, and sometimes that might be one of the sides, but definitely Inzaghi putting in the more work, I think. Into Inzaghi, not going to have the pace, and that's probably where pace would actually be a nice thing, if anybody could even get there, to be honest. It'd be nice to have like a simulation sort of check to see if somebody with X amount of pace could actually get to that sort of position, because obviously the pace may have that factor that you win that ball back and obviously take it around the keeper, whereas with maybe 70, 80, it's just not possible to win that sort of level of play with the ball, because obviously then you've got the advantage of being able to almost get more than what you what you almost can't with a 74 pace. Or did we find him onside? It's a lovely turn, and unfortunately he didn't manage to, and that is just as simple as it comes with it. Doesn't necessarily have that mad dribbling, but if you can find a ball that pays off like that, he's still able to do that sort of turn. Really can leave defenders in the dust. Oh, Inzaghi going for that shot. Again, really putting it there. Has got the ability to score a lot of goals if you can find him in them positions. Kane once more. He's going to try and drive Inzaghi in, who's going to go for pure pace. Try the turnaround. Little dribble. I thought he might have been able to squeeze it in between the keeper. We saw the gap and thought we may go for it. Oh, again, sliding one through. Eventually one of them is going to go in. Harry Kane with a header. Good block. Again, two strikers with absolutely incredible heading stats. Just whether he can actually finish it. We see here, that's where the pace is going to really have that factor. And we see even then, geez, Frederick's struggling, and that's a 90 pacer. And Malin nearly just burying it ahead there. Into Inzaghi. He's going to cut it across, and that's a great save again. Inzaghi playing the dribble game there, nearly managing to get it all the way through for a little pass on goal. Again, he's really putting in an effort in for me. So as my first icon comes to a close, he is now coming in at 129. I've put mine up for 125, so hopefully don't make too much of a loss in terms of tax, but we have got the first one done. Is he the greatest icon in the world? Probably not, which is kind of what the price would suggest. Definitely not a bad striker. He's not awful, he's not completely useless, but definitely you could see where the sort of price tag is coming from. Being the cheapest icon, I'm expecting the cheapest return. Obviously, if I'm looking at a Hullet, I'm expecting him to be absolutely incredible if I'm spending X, Y, and Z on him to put in my team. So Inzaghi for me, I think, yes, there is an argument that you don't necessarily need absolutely rapid players to kind of work there, but I do think I personally had Harry Kane and Inzaghi together. Maybe choosing someone like a Vardy, someone like an Aubameyang, a Werner, or Martial probably would have been better off, purely for the fact that they both were the same striker. Don't need necessarily rapid strikers, but somebody who has just got that different sort of animation, somebody who's not literally bang on, not pacey as such, not got the kind of physicality, not got the balance and agility, but also then have the strength, the heading. They are very much the same sort of striker, so they were kind of fighting for almost the same sort of positions. But Inzaghi for me definitely came out on top on that one. Really good strength up, holding the ball up, passing down the wing, obviously playing well with my right mid Lucas Moura. I managed to get a nice goal across goal. We won one, drew one, so I can consider that a big dub to say I probably personally got the striker pairing a little bit wrong. And obviously we work forward, we move with obviously what we've got, and we keep going forward to try and get as many icons completed. We will be looking at the next one as soon as he is gone, so definitely stay tuned for all of that. If I was to go for an icon review out of 10 with Inzaghi, I'd have to give him a bog standard 5 out of the 105 icons or whatever there is now. I think a bang in the middle 5 is pretty good, because obviously we do have two different versions as well. I probably would say the prime or mid may actually be the better one. I think the mid is looking pretty tasty there, with obviously that bit of a pace increase. Obviously with the prime, you're looking at more dribbling and a little bit more passing, so we'll be interested to try them out. Obviously they're coming in pretty cheap, I can imagine, as well, so 155, so we will get onto that. And then obviously his prime isn't out yet. So hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.